John here, Practical Prepper of the Practical Prepping blog. The URL is right below me. First of all, I want to thank all our subscribers and our visitors every day to the blog. And if you are new to the blog, we basically do stories on prepping in general. That is food storage, water storage, growing fruits and vegetables, communication. I did a story on perimeter security, electronic perimeter security, in case things go south. So keep checking. We do 2 or 3, well, honestly about 1 or 2 new stories a week. So continue to check. We continue to update it, and we appreciate the email you send. So keep that coming too. I got a lot of email on one particular item in general, and that is this baby right here. This is my Kel-Tec SU-16 CA. Took it to the range this morning before the skies opened up. It's been raining all day here in South Florida. My tomatoes love it, but I barely got my range time in this morning before the skies opened up. Chances are this podcast is going to get interrupted with the sound of falling rain on the awning. I'm doing this in my backyard, and there's a metal awning above my head, so bear with me with the noise. Anyway, this morning I took this SU-16 CA. Let's do a safety check, shall we? Always good practice. Empty magazine. Clear chamber. We're good to go. Put this back in here. Took the SU-16 CA to the range and fired about 250 rounds through this baby. And my report is, I've got nothing to report. No issues, 0 malfunctions. Thing worked beautifully. I bought a couple hundred rounds of Federal 223 ammo, about 39 cents a round. Not too bad. That's got this at Wally World. Usually I shoot Remington 55 grain MC 223 ammo, about 50 cents a round. We get that at Bass Pro Shop. But the gun worked perfectly. And in case you're wondering, this is a Strike Fire Vortex sight. It's the red dot only, the brand new one. They had one that was red and green that the customers are complaining it wasn't real bright, so they came out with a red dot only. And I'm real happy with this, although I did have one issue of, I think it's the way I mounted it, kind of ran out of vertical adjustment, so I basically repositioned it, and we'll try it again. But it's rare to get something sighted in after 250 rounds anyway, but it was doing pretty good after I fired it a few times. But back to the Kel-Tec itself, it's a foldable carbine, and this particular one, like I said, had 0 issues on 250 rounds at the range. Basically, I spend most of the time just putting 250 rounds through it, because as you know, guns need multiple rounds and probably a few hundred rounds before they actually reach any accuracy at all. Certainly several hundred before they reach maximum accuracy. Basically shooting from the standing position, kneeling position. I've got some video of me shooting from the bench position basically, but did pretty good. This was the last group of the day. I'm kind of happy with that. I was aiming here and hitting here. It's a decent group. But again, like I said, I ran out of vertical adjustment on the Strike Fire sight, which I like, by the way. But we'll get that worked out after a while. It kept its 0 pretty well, such as it was. The gun itself is terrific. It's a joy to shoot. It's light. It's comfortable. The checkering on the foregrip and the stock itself offers a nice purchase for your hands. It's collapsible, not collapsible, actually folds. Got a little pin here. I put a little ring on there to make it easier to pull out. Pull the ring out, folds in half, and it's 25 inches long. Well, actually, it might even fit in a backpack. Well, certainly terrific as a trunk gun in a car. But folds up real nice. Easy to redeploy. In a second, you stick that pin back in there, and you're good to go. I've got a 3-point sling temporarily worked out here. Not crazy about that. It kind of gets in the way when I'm shooting, but we'll work something else out. I'm not sure what's the gun. It's a new gun to me, so I'm not really sure what Kel-Tec offers in the way of something for a 3-point sling. Basically, It differs from the AR-15 in that it's got no pistol grip here. A little bit getting used to firing a general rifle position like my old 1022 model, but it works out real well. I had no problem with that really. The other thing that we're used to with an AR-15 is when the bolt opens, stays open, you got that bolt release here. Nothing like that. When the bolt stays open on an empty magazine with the SU-16, it stays back. Slam in a new magazine and just release, pull it back a little bit and let it go, and it slams a new round into the chamber. A little bit different, but actually I like it better than the AR-15, honestly, in that particular regard. The safety, a little awkward to deploy. AR-15 safety is kind of here, actually a little switch with the thumb. This has the safety right behind the trigger, so it's kind of, you got to kind of push it in this way, but to deploy, you got to put it in that way. It's kind of awkward, but I got used to it after a while. The magazine release, if you take a look, it's got 3 bolts here, and the mag release itself, I've heard people had some difficulty pushing on the bolts by mistake, trying to release the mag. I didn't have any problem like that at all. Magazine's released the first time, not a problem. The gun comes pretty much as you see it, except for the strike fire sight, the attachment for a 3-point sling, and the A2 flash hider, which my dealer put on for me for $8. A pretty good deal. It does come with a little cap on there, and it comes with a threaded chrome-lined barrel. Not too bad. Some people like the fact that this stock opens up into a bipod. Not too crazy about it. Bipod was a little on the flimsy side, a little shaky, so what I think I'm going to do is just get a rail foregrip here and put a legitimate bipod on there. So right now, I just like the feel of the grip, so I've got no complaints with it. I'm not going to use it as a bipod. But the gun itself is terrific. I recommend this. I had 0 problems with it. The only issue I did have was with one of these crappy little 10-round magazines I bought at a gun show last weekend just to see how they would work. They look kind of neat, tucked into the 16 CA. The magazine fed fine, released okay, but it didn't hold the bolt back when it was empty. I suppose it's those crappy green followers. They look pretty cheap. Maybe I'll replace the follower in the spring, see how that works. But really, that was the only issue I had with the gun. Enjoyed it a lot, love shooting it, and I'm going to do it again. Word on the strike fire sight, the difference between this one and the green and red one that this one replaces is that the reticle on this is a whole lot brighter. It's 4 minutes of angle wide, but it's a lot brighter than the other one was. Held 0 pretty good. Like I said, I need to remount it, so I'm probably going to do that before I hit the range again. Just gave it a good cleaning, and can't wait to go next weekend back to the range up there in Broward County to see if I can actually see how accurate this thing is after I put 250 rounds through it. Strike fire itself is pretty good. Before we close, just want to show you that that strike fire sight, $149 right from the vendor. Comes with a multiplier, a 2-power addition, and a little tool here to close the mounting device. And it worked pretty well. So those of you who are asking, when are you going to tell me how this gun shoots? There it is. I'm really happy with it. Shoots real well. And my next review is going to be my Taurus PT709 Slim. We're going to take that to the range again. I'll take some video and you get to see a look at that. If there's anything else you'd like to see on this video blog or on the blog itself, please feel free to email me. The email address is right there. And let me know what you... In the meantime, be safe, be prepared. This is Don, the Practical Prepper, from the Practical Prepping blog. Have a good day.